tee-riffic.
Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of tee-riffic Talks. I'm so happy you're here. And last week we actually heard about Brandon's scooter. Like, how did you like it? It was amazing. And right now we're recording on December 5th. And what'd you guys think of Barney, BJ, and Baby Bob's voices reunited? It was like the most amazing thing. I can just feel like Barney is definitely coming back real soon. Speaking of Barney, we actually have a cosplay person who portrays Barney, the Grinch, like Donald Duck, and lots of more characters. And I'm honored to welcome my friend Lucas Bradley. Lucas, how are you?
I'm doing very well. Thank you so much for having me. And as of right now, I've already graduated college.
Okay.
So I'm an adult now.
Oh, it's amazing that you're here. You actually done some Barney on TikToks, haven't you?
Yes, I have. In fact, just recently, I know we did the duets, which is the only place now you can find is on my Facebook. And I just did a TikTok not too long ago. At the time of this recording, I did a TikTok with Barney singing the Imagine song from the Barney's Great Adventure movie, which was actually in Canada, Montreal to be exact.
Where I'm from.
Yep.
It's amazing.
Don't tell them where you live because they'll come for you.
I just gotta ask. We ask every person who's been on tee-riffic Talks. How did you you find Barney as a kid or whatever?
Let's see. Let's see. I grew up watching this show very, very young, and I loved the heck out of it. It was amazing. It was educational. It was actually no, I never grew up watching the show.
Really?
Really. But yeah, I actually did watch the show until I was 4 because believe it or not, Barney actually terrified me.
Really?
I'm not kidding. And now people are gonna watch this saying he's scared of Barney? Why is this guy here? But yeah, as a kid, I did not grow up watching Barney at all because I was just terrified of it. And yeah, as a kid, sometimes you have a bit of fear of people dressing in costumes, and yeah, it's normal when you're a kid.
Right.
But when I got older, I kind of began to feel more, how should I say this, positive about it, and I began to realize, oh, maybe Barney has become so well known over the years, and I always tell people that Barney shows love and compassion through the power of imagination. And I think that's what he's been doing. Has been, is, and always will be. And I'm sure he's still doing it as of now.
Right. And I understand being fear of Barney. When I was I will say 4 as well. I was terrified of Barney in the Backyard Gang so much because
oh wow,
the way how Barney was designed, no.
Yeah, well, yeah, because the thing is though, when I think David Boss said that there was one, it's all like how Big Bird operated. Like he had a fake arm, one arm was operating one arm, and the other guy was operating it with a mouth.
Mm-hmm.
But then in some shots where you had to use both arms, they did have to use the bite jaw. And I heard that if when you hugged him, it felt like sandpaper or something, right?
Yeah, like what Brian Epps said, it felt like sandpaper because it was really rough and just spray painted on.
It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
Yeah, it's probably gets on your face as well.
Yeah, and for those who don't know the reference, it's Star Wars. To bowl, a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, Barney has come to save the Jedis.
And it's amazing. Tell us what you've been doing with your YouTube channel.
Which one? The main channel or the game review channel? because keep in mind, because if you want to talk about my main channel, I started YouTube at around 2008. So
Oh,
I've been on YouTube for over 10 years, and at the time it's recording, it'll be 2020, and by the time it gets uploaded, it'll be like close to like, gosh, like almost 13 years.
wow.
But
Long,
yeah, I did my main channel. Basically, my main channel was more like personal stuff,
right.
like stuff I wanted to do, stuff for personal reasons.
Mhm.
I started off with school projects that I'd done in junior high school and high school, sometimes college, and then I posted the Grinch video that I did, how the Grinch leaked Smash Brothers. For those who don't know, it was based on the infamous Grinch leak that was posted around November or late 2018 when Smash Brothers Ultimate was just going to be released, and they were going to announce new upcoming fighters as well as the Fighters Pass, which lets you play as more fighters.
Right.
And spoiler alert, the Grinch leak was a fake.
Oh, okay. Okay. That,
Yeah,
thank God it was fake.
yeah. Thank goodness. Yeah, thank goodness for that too.
Mhm. And what can you tell us about like your gamer channel?
Okay, so the Fairly Odd Gamer channel. So before Fairly Odd Gamer, I did a commentary channel called VG Commentaries, which I did with a few friends.
Hmm.
But due to controversy, we don't do any more videos for VG Commentaries anymore. But I want to do more gaming videos.
Uh-huh.
So I thought, why not do game reviews?
Hmm.
Originally, Fairly Odd Gamer was going to be like a Let's Play channel and then a game review afterwards. But I decided, you know what? Let's make it a full length game review channel.
Okay.
So yeah, and so I want to talk about Hux Gamer for a moment because Hux Gamer is pretty much one of the main stars of the channel.
Mhm.
Yeah, so yeah, before Fairly Odd Gamer, I had Hux Gamer. So Hux Gamer is a neon green husky
Mhm.
who likes to surf, enjoy surfing,
Mhm.
lives in California,
Uh,
and used to sell surfboards at a local surf shop. And then he also likes to play video games.
mhm.
So he'd be something like, "Hey, how's it going, dude? Glad to be part of this podcast, man."
Oh yeah, I've seen like in your Barney gamer video, and like he said, "How's it going, dudes? It's time for Barney says."
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do at the very end of. Yeah, because I remember at the end of every episode of Barney and Friends, they have this Barney says where it pretty much just recaps everything that happened throughout the entire episode.
Hmm.
So what I did was I thought maybe I think it started back in season 3 where they had like, hey, it's
Like they got like I have kids from like
yeah, they had these kids. Hey everyone, it's time for Barney says. I wanted to do the same thing, but I didn't have any kids to work with, so I just worked with Hux. That's all I did.
mhm.
And funny enough, I don't know if Brandon too is watching this. He probably might. Hi, Brandon, if you're watching.
I agree.
I actually took inspiration from one of his videos when he remade his Barney Says intro, and I kind of did my own take on it. So I want it to be based off like season 1, like season 1 to season 2 or season 3, that kind of thing.
Mm.
So I just have him recap everything that happened in the video and just have him say at the end, "And remember, I love you."
Mm.
So yeah, that's pretty much how it is. And the process of Hux Gamer was that I showed him the design. I did like 3 designs overall, and then I did like a third design. I sent it over to a expert reference artist named Neon Slushy. Paid about $50 to get it done,
Mhm.
and then I try to find like a good quality fursuit maker to make Hux Gamer. And Hux Gamer, it's so yeah, I designed the character. I'm letting someone else make the costume because I don't know how to make costumes
Right.
professionally.
Right.
And I found a fursuit maker named Lizard Loves Mustache, or LLM,
Okay.
and and I looked at her gallery of fursuits. They look incredible. How I found out about her was I was on Facebook one day and I saw this fursuit of Reptar from the Rugrats, and she was selling it on eBay. I thought, oh wow, that looked amazing. Like I think she'd be perfect. I want to know who made it. And I saw this little watermark on the bottom right of the photo. It says "Lizard Loves Mustache." I looked it up, and it's a fursuit maker from Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
A wonderful designer. Her name is Lindsay Calvert.
Okay.
And she is amazingly talented. And if you want to get a fursuit by her, I recommend her. She is amazing. I love her work.
I'll look
so, yeah, if you plan on getting a fursuit, plan. But I sent her a quote. I sent her all the stuff needed. I had to make a duct tape dummy, which is basically like you just wrap yourself in like black garbage bags, and you wrap duct tape around your arms, your legs, sometimes your whole body if you're doing a full suit. But mine's a half suit, which is the head, the arms with the hands, and the feet with the legs.
Okay.
So yeah, I did a duct tape dummy of those parts to get like a better visual reference of what they're working with. And it took around like 9 months to get Hux Gamer done.
Wow.
Yeah, and what I remember about it was I was going out of town to Seagrove Beach at a beach cabin. And I got a notification from Lindsay saying, "Hey, your fursuit's done. Pay me like $35 more for shipping," which I did. And about 4 days later, it arrived. Not while I was here, of course. I was still in Seagrove, and thankfully we had a vet who had to take care of the cats. She actually took the box and left it in the house. So once I got back from Seagrove, I got the box and unboxed it and I put it on. It felt amazing. And I had him debut at a convention called Momocon, which is a anime gaming convention in Atlanta. You may be familiar with Dragon Con, which takes place during Labor Day, but Momocon takes much earlier. It's from Memorial Day weekend.
Okay. And
that's how Hux Gamer was born. And the Fairly Odd Gamer, I started uploading on I started the channel on August of 2018, and I started doing uploads on September of 2018 with Finding Nemo. Did not do very well, unfortunately, which is why I think during like the 5th anniversary, which is not too far away, I might go ahead and I might plan on re-reviewing it to see how I've improved since then.
Okay. And I understand that you have a Barney suit.
Yes, I do. In fact, before the podcast, I asked if I could bring my Barney suit, and you said yes. So, behold, I bring to you.
Hi, bring Barney.
Hi, everyone. I'm so glad to see you.
That is an amazing head.
Yeah, that was made by this Frosted Yasmin, who is from Lima, Peru. I actually do want to thank the person who built it. I apologize if I mispronounced her name. Gloria Teresa Huamani Huarcaya, who is from Lima, Peru, and that's where I get the majority of my costumes from.
Okay.
From Donald Scrooge, from Donald Scrooge, Boots from Dora, Oogie Boogie. Oh gosh, who else? And that's pretty much it from what I can tell. I also have Sullivan from Monsters Inc., but I never used it for my projects. I was gonna do a month of Monsters Inc., but that ultimately got canceled because it probably took too much of my time.
Right. Okay. And how did you get that suit? Like, did you have to show a design or?
No, in fact, Gloria actually had the suit made already. like I saw her gallery of I saw her photos on Facebook, and she had a Barney suit made. I thought, oh wow, that looks amazing. I should go get that.
Hmm.
I think it was about $280 US dollars. She had a she had a custom and she had to custom make it to my measurements. So like I sent her my measurements, I sent her my height. Again, like I'm 6'2", meaning that I actually asked people who made the official costume, the official Barney suit, if I would fit in there. They said yes, because I'm around 6'1", 6'2", and yeah, I would probably fit in that suit,
Definitely.
like the official one.
Yeah, definitely. Because like I'm like 5'11", and I'm close to like David Joyner's height. So
Oh, wow.
if you add towels, then it'll make me a little more taller, like to like more like carry if I wanted to.
Right. So like you might need. I think the best thing you do is like get some shoulder pads to
Yeah.
just get like more shoulders. Like I would recommend shoulder pads
Mhm.
just to give it more like the like the oh Chewbacca, like the Chewbacca
Hmm.
shoulders, which I think I would recommend. Yeah, if you want a taller with more with bigger shoulders, I would recommend getting shoulder pads.
And wow, it's like I would recommend it. And yeah, because like Barney's like a heavy suit, like up to 50 pounds.
Yeah, and I've heard from people who worn it that yes, it is very heavy, and I noticed that that they have to support by the shoulders. I think
Yeah.
like the way Big Bird did it.
Yeah.
And I remember I watched videos of Adam Savage saying that that he always says that like at Henson you never work with the head because it causes so much strain on the performer, which is why they always have the costume on their shoulders. So that way it gives it more support and less strain on the head.
Hmm. Would make plus they have to deal with a lot of stuff like heat, heat, vents for the fans, moving the mouth, the voices, the kids, the directors. It's a lot.
Yeah. And it obviously I know it takes a long time. And I actually do want to show one more thing. I actually wear a like inside the costume, inside the Barney suit that I own. If you put it on like this, they would see the face, like they
Really?
would see the performer's face. Yeah, and I try to be as professional as possible. So what I use is like a faceless black spandex head mask that I wear over my head, so that way they can hide my face. So I can put on the suit without having to show the face at all.
So when you're doing it, do like you wear it all the time, or
Yes, I do. I wear it all the time.
for videos?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Because what I do, because like mostly I'm at home doing live streams or like doing like a sing along for YouTube. It's always just
Or Facebook.
right, Facebook. And it's always like I always like I'm usually wearing like a t-shirt, shorts. Sometimes like I'm wearing winter silks, which will which the sweat will go into the shirt, not into it.
Yeah, because I remember in a few episodes of Purple Rose that yes, they do wear winter silk pajamas while wearing the official suits. For me, I used to wear t-shirts as well. I also have like an ice vest that I wear to keep myself cool. And recently, I bought a white Under Armour shirt, which which same thing helps out. You don't feel the sweat as much, which kind of wicks in the heat.
Mm-hmm. It's probably like easier too, so it doesn't like break down the costume.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. And I gotta ask, this year we had like amazing thing happened. Like the day in the park with Barney turned 25 this year.
Oh yes.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, it's amazing, and I mentioned in the review that that the park's been around for over 20 years. And I think if I'm not mistaken, I think nowadays a day in the park with Barney is literally like the only place in America where you can actually see Barney live. If you had to see him on stage, you had to like fly cross country to like another country
Yeah.
just to see Barney live in concert. But yeah, I think the one in Universal Studios is literally the only place in America where you can actually meet Barney live.
Right. A lot of like the other attractions are either in like mostly in international. Like mostly right now, Barney is in Malaysia and Dubai right now.
Oh yeah, because isn't the Dubai costume, did that look not very good at all?
Okay, I know the story about what's wrong with the costume because
Uh-huh.
apparently the jaw broke,
Ooh.
and I'm not sure. Probably right now they're probably like rebuilding a new costume.
Yeah. I think I think in Dubai, if you want to get like I think you might want to get a costume that almost looks like the one from the show.
Hmm. But mostly internationals. It's mostly like they make their own suit
Yeah.
because like I think like the fleece is expensive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Apparently because like Barney is really like his fabric is really special, so that way you can like stretch and
Yeah.
it doesn't rip.
Yeah. I think recently I did have a small tiny rip like on the and where the green belly would like it's pretty much on the lower portion of the body. I did a few I did like a simple needle and thread stitch, and it works. It works really well.
Mhm.
There are still a few wear and tear like with on the foam.
Right.
I don't have a hot glue gun, which hopefully I can get it fixed.
Mm.
But other than that, it still doesn't affect anything.
Yeah,
Right.
my old suit, it was ripping apart. Nobody can tell on the outside, but on the inside,
Yeah.
yeah. Hmm. So and then what I did was like hot glued and all that to make sure it looks good. Plus no one's
Right.
ever gonna see it, the inside.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
The
plus
inside.
and what's
Yeah.
surprising, like in our suits, it inside is just all foam,
Mm-hmm.
like no metal stuff or anything.
Yeah. Mine. Yeah. Mine is yeah. Basically, my Barney suit, the one I have, is all foam.
Hmm.
It's all foam, but covered in fleece. So yeah, it's the same material. It's the same materials that we're using, and same material, but the way it's designed is very different.
Yeah, especially Barney's mouth doesn't move.
Neither does mine.
Mhm.
It could. It could. I know I did it with when I do the Barney streams with Brandon, because his costume is the same as mine,
Right.
and it was made by the same person that made mine. So
She did
what I
a lot building it.
it's, yeah, what I would do, like I do the same thing that he did. Like I put his I just did like a moment ago. Like I put my whole arm on the upper jaw, because that was the only thing that would move,
Mm.
and that's what I did as a puppeteer. And speaking of puppets, I do have the genie puppet in the background,
Yeah,
and I did you yeah. And yeah, and I had the genie puppet. I did it for a Brandon stream. I did it for a few cons, conventions. I did it for the Aladdin review, which yeah, I think which I try to do my best. Robin Williams, people say is Will Smith, but I, 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 I,
probably.
yeah, I'm more familiar with Robin Williams than Will Smith. I've never seen I have not seen the the live action remake of Aladdin, although I should.
I've seen it in theaters. It's pretty good for a Disney movie.
Yeah, I'm a huge Disney buff.
Hmm. Me too. I've like seen a lot of stuff like Disney, like mostly like High School Musical, um, all of like mostly like the Little Mermaid, Chicken Little,
The sky is falling. The sky is falling.
Nemo, Cars, all of them.
Yeah, Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned Finding Nemo. The movie was good. The game, not so much.
Did you see Finding Dory?
I have seen Finding Dory, and that's actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm. It's really good.
Especially because, like, if it weren't for Ellen announcing it on her show, we wouldn't have known about it. Because Ellen's been constantly asking, when are you going to get a Finding Nemo sequel? They finally answered.
Mm-hmm. And we got when we're recording this, yesterday they premiered the 50th episode of Purple Roads, and they actually had Bob West, Julie Johnson, and Patty Wirtz, Barney, BJ, and Baby Bob's voice. How did you feel about them?
Honestly, yes. And before we say anything, yes, I saw it. It is a classic among classics.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I remember. I think Julie's mentioned during lunch break where she met with George Hearn, who played Grandpa, and of course George Hearn, I knew he was in Sweeney Todd.
Yeah.
And he had a knife on it and said, "Say it." And of course, it's like, what was the line? It said, "At last, my arm is complete again." And they're like bursting out laughter. I'm like, obviously they're huge musical theater fans. I mean, I know a lot about theater. When I said about college, I was I graduated with a bachelor's degree in theater, so I know how to act.
Yeah, I've done like theater work in like junior high, high school, college as well, and it's amazing like how I love being on stage.
Right. And also, I think when I became an actor, that's how I kind of lessened my fear of people dressing in costumes, like these mascot suits. I always think of them as just normal people just doing their job.
Right.
So yeah, but acting is the key. Is the key word for it. In order to be a good mascot performer, you have to be a good actor. And I'm not trained in pantomime. I have no mascot training. I've like no professional mascot gigs.
Yeah.
Although I feel like I should.
When I started Barney in the costume, no experience at all. I couldn't do the movements right. I couldn't move the mouth in a certain way how it looked like.
Right.
I couldn't make the head stay still.
Mm-hmm.
But once
I'm
used to the environment in the suit and
right.
the entertainment is like, why are you doing this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I feel like what I do is like I just watch YouTube video. I just watch videos of it online. And like I for all my costumes, I would just watch videos of people doing these costumes in the park, like how they pose, how they meet other people, how do they meet and greet with one another.
Yeah.
So I just watch these videos and I'm like, okay. And I do watch a bit of the movie to give me a few tips and ideas.
Great.
And of course, yeah. And also for my videos, I also like to watch the original footage to give me an idea of what the choreography is. And that's the one thing I want to talk about is that for the choreography, I sometimes use the choreography from the show. Sometimes I just make up my own. I just wing it. I know some people that whenever they have a Barney costume, they just want to do the same choreography, the same choreography from the show. I'm sure you do that as well.
Yeah,
but I
was like when I'm in the suit, I try to like figure out whose movements that I want to try to do. Like sometimes I want to like do like David Joyner's like movements or Carrie's or some people from live shows as Barney or sometimes like sometimes people don't know this like some like moves I do I make my own.
Of course, basically like the way we have our own suits, just do what you would do. Like I would just wing it. Just do your own choreography. If you're not familiar with it, just wing it.
Yeah,
That's what
it,
that's what I do for my videos, and of course for my TikTok, of course.
if it's Barney, if it's Barney's movements, it's okay. Like
Of
you
course.
want to do a jump or a spin or aerial or bell kick, you
Yeah.
gotta know like how the safety of being in that suit.
Yeah, and here's the thing though. The difference is that I always call yeah, if it's a costume that has like a head and body attached, I with the feet separate. I know you say a one piece, but I call it a two piece because just with the head and body attached. Mine is a three piece, which means that the head and body are separated. And of course, I tell people that you are limited to what you do in the costume that I have, meaning that you can't jump. I just lift my feet up and I just go my tiptoes to act like I'm jumping. And I actually tried once while jumping, and one time I did that, the head would pop off. So that's kind of the hard thing. So yeah, you're very limited, depending on what Barney suit you have, bootleg or official costume. You have to be careful about what limitations you have. Like if it's a three piece, you can't jump. You can't do like I could turn, but I can't do like a 360 jump.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be very difficult. The one you have, a two-piece suit, you could do that easily because
but
the
problem is the feet because mine, they're like the ankles are so spread it could come off, so I have to be careful when I jump.
Yeah, I noticed that in some of your I noticed that in some of your Facebook videos that yeah, if you when you jump, I do see the black socks that you wear. I think what I would do is that if you go do something like that, I would recommend getting socks that match the color of the costume. Like I would recommend getting like pink or purple socks, like for Scrooge McDuck and or Donald Duck. Yeah, for my duck costumes, when I tried them on, there are times where like it would, or like I put on the pants and the ankles would show up, like showing the skin. So what I did was I have yellow socks that I use to camouflage the my feet to camouflage the legs from the feet, so that way you cannot tell.
Mm-hmm.
And those have worked for a long time. And I think that's why the official Barney costume has like these ankle things, like it goes up to your lower knee. So that way, if you do jump, they don't see skin showing from the ankles.
I say it's much easier, like if it's attached to you, so that way it won't come off.
Yeah, and I think yeah, with my costume, it does. Yeah, my feet does have a thing where it does cover the ankles, so that way with yeah, that's the thing though. When getting a Barney suit, you have to be aware of what limitations you have, like what movements can you do or not do. Is it going to be skin showing? And if there are any rip and tears, just fix them as soon as possible, and I think you may have a good show out of it.
Mm-hmm. And last year of October of 2019, we've heard the big announcement that Barney's coming back with a movie.
I'm not feeling it, honestly. I personally, I've heard the movie was going to be very, very dark. I'm not buying it at all. I'm okay with.
Vets have been saying like it's Mattel. They won't do that.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard what they're doing, and I hope they make it more positive as possible, or more light, because I think that's what the show is. It's very light. It's very, very meticulous, and you have like if you want to do like a movie or a reboot based on a TV show, you gotta do it right.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not gonna mention multiple references, but like DuckTales, that they did a reboot in 2017. And of course, now they just got announced that's being canceled after the third season, which is a bit of it's a shock, really, because I love the reboot and I love the original. But yeah, But yeah, there have been some movies based off TV shows that didn't really work out very well. Because the thing is, though, if you want to make a movie based on a TV show, you have to do lots of research.
Yeah.
You have to research everything.
Mhm.
The story, episodes, anything, everything. You have to come up with the right amount of research. And personally, if you were to ask me, I would probably go with a TV special rather than a full-length movie because of course you're not wasting that much money on a full-length movie that might potentially not work.
Mhm. Right. Especially like the box office. What happened with Great Adventure was not good.
Mhm.
Because
I heard
a lot of the movie was actually going to be really good until like the director
Steve
said,
Gomer.
it was like it was like not good. You don't have the budget for it.
See, I don't know.
Good to like to see like that version of it.
Yeah, but at least they did something that had never done before. They've been like, I think, be on location. It was filmed in Canada, it was filmed in and I noticed. I know I talked about this before the podcast, but Deborah Brown, who was the choreographer, did shows for Cirque du Soleil, which I'm a huge Cirque fan, so I know. Okay. And there are a few artists, that's what they're called, from Cirque du Soleil that actually got in the movie.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, right. I can recognize a few of these people that are from Cirque du Soleil and who end up being in the show, because Cirque du Soleil and Barney's Great Adventure, they're both from Montreal. Yeah. Both in Montreal, so that's how I know.
Okay.
But yeah, I know a lot. I know so much about movies. I don't know a lot about movies, but I know some about movies.
You got a favorite song of Barney?
Oh my gosh. There's so many. Of course I do like I Love You, but when I was a kid, I was like, oh, that song just annoys me. It's just, yeah, that's the thing though. When you're a kid, sometimes when you don't grow up with Barney, you hear that song, it just somewhat annoys you. But I do understand why it has touched so many people over the years. I think that song alone is what kept Barney alive after so many generations. I do like Happy Dancing Feet because dancing
with my shoes
helps me keep away the blues. Oh. Yeah, I know I did it twice, but I think there are so many songs that I have not heard yet, though I feel like I should.
There's a lot of good songs.
Yeah. Yeah, like a whole playlist full, and you just listen to them all day.
Mm-hmm. I have like a lot of albums I can listen to all the time. Is there?
Sorry.
Before we end this, is there one word that you can describe Barney in general?
I think, like I said before, Barney shows love and compassion through the power of imagination, and that's what he's been doing after all these years, and he's been keeping it alive after all this time. And I think that's how it all, and that's what we all need. We don't need any negative things. We need to be more positive about ourselves, and I think that's what Barney has been doing, bringing more positivity in us, even though some people sometimes take it the wrong way.
Right, especially like right now in 2020.
During the ongoing pandemic.
Yeah. And some people say that we need Barney now.
Absolutely. I think nowadays we need Barney more than ever. I mean, I'm glad he's still Universal, but
we need him like a special or TV show.
Yeah, a big reunion, like not just from the TV show, but just like from the movie.
Everybody.
Exactly. They need a bit of Barney in their lives.
Like probably like the old cast.
And also I want to give a big thanks to Kerry Stenson for actually doing that, because if it weren't for him, without Purple Tales podcast or even Purple Roads, I don't know what would happen. We would have, he probably would have died. So
Yeah.
I a big hats off to Carrie Stenson for showing us that Barney is just more than love. It's pretty much
He's not,
it's a part of everyone's life.
Barney's not just a character. I don't think of him as a character. I think of him as a friend.
Absolutely.
A friend that you always need and you can always count on.
Or guardian,
Right.
a spiritual guardian maybe.
And I'm so like thankful for Carrie to like he actually last year he got back into the suit.
Oh, nice. But I wonder if he got back in the suit for the upcoming movie.
That was like months before the movie was announced.
Well, that makes so much sense.
And Dean returned with Carrie as well.
Of course. So, which is sad for anyone that really wanted Bob West to be back.
Dean's a good voice. I like him.
Yeah. And I think speaking of voices, when I did Barney for the game review, I tried to do my best version of Bob West because. But yeah, I know yours is more like Dean Wint, but
Because
yeah, I did.
My voice range it can really go to deep, so I always have to choose Dean Wint.
Yeah, and I've been a voice actor since 2014. So I've been doing it for almost 7 years now, which is But by the time it gets uploaded, it'll probably be 7 years. So I try to do Bob West's version, though people have been saying on the comments saying that I sound more like Dean Wint more than Bob West. Though I tried my best.
Before we end this, could you sing "I Love You" as Barney?
Sure thing. It'd be nice if we had the music on, but but even then, I'll do my best. I'll just drink some water for a bit.
Always need water.
All right. So,
Hi everyone. Feel free to sing along to one of my favorite songs. I love you. You love me. We're a happy family with a great big hug and a kiss from me to you. Won't you say you love me too? Come on, everyone, sing along with us. I love you, you love me. We're best friends like friends should be, with a great big hug and a kiss from me to you. Won't you say you love me too?
Thank you.
Wonderful singing, everyone.
Thank you so much for coming, Lucas.
my pleasure. My pleasure. And if you need me again, I will be more than happy to join you again.
That's great. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having me.
And thank you, everyone, for coming to Tee-riffic Talks. I love you all, and I know that Barney loves you too.
And remember, I love you.
Couldn't have said it better than myself. See you next week.